You know, when it comes down to small town stuff, you know, we were talking before the break about how sometimes you know, these are difficult things to invest your time in. You have to ask yourself, why am I doing this? You know,
right?
And yet there's a passion that burns that drives you to do this kind of thing. But the other great thing about small towns, though, is when there is a political situation, sometimes it gets really nasty and crazy. You know, and has that occurred or?
Well, I mean, there have been issues in the town. I mean, I haven't been in the middle. It's not like I've been in a controversy, right? But I mean, there's issues in the town that people are, they're passionate about. That, you know, some folks get really angry. That's part of the small town because it's very real. It affects you personally, right?
So people get lit up, man. Like in Petaluma, you know, 2 city council people got kind of wasted at Gale Central Club, and a knife fight erupted. You know, so
well,
it's like,
I'm going to say officially, it's one of my goals for that not to happen.
No drunken knife fights.
Gonna
vote for Mike Wall.
I'm going to keep that to a minimum. No guarantees, but we're going to keep it to.
That's right. What are some of the issues facing Windsor right now?
Well, I think one of the things that people are very passionate about, because again, it does impact your day-to-day life, and this is the conversation we're going to have in the coming weeks, is how do we grow, how do we develop as a town, right? So there's different philosophies and different topics that come under this general philosophy of how do we grow, and we need to decide when we grow, how we do it, why we do it, and who's driving that growth. Right. So
so I'm going to surmise that a developer was driving the growth of what became the sort of like insert town center here aesthetic.
Right.
That is currently downtown Windsor. What happened, man? I mean, it looks like this is obviously not your doing,
sure.
And I'm not asking for an opinion on it. I just want to know how could that happen? Because it looks like Windsor decided to give up, phone in all the charm, and some guy who got kicked out of the design team of Disneyland showed up and said, "Here's your downtown," and then they inflated it, and there it was.
You know, it's funny you say that because I've had a couple of buddies of mine that are in the Bay Area refer to it. They've used the Disneyland term before, right?
Well, everything's 3/4 scale.
But I'll tell you, I actually love the downtown. I think it's got a really great vibe.
The downtown is great.
Right, they're talking about
the actual structures that they plug and played.
See, now you're pulling at my heartstrings, because that was the first home that my wife and I bought together. Was one of the condos above the town green, and we were there for 1 year and absolutely loved it. It was like one of the
But there's a reason you're not there anymore. I mean,
we still, to be fair, we live about 3/4 of a mile from there now. Okay. So we're there so we like it, right?
Yeah.
So, but you mentioned the developers,
and this
right?
is my problem. This is not your problem. I should make that clear. But this is my problem. I do think that was the result of the town being played by a developer.
So, I mean, we could talk about the aesthetics, right? But one of the effects of the downtown, in my opinion, is really great. So now we have this town square. I don't know if you've been up for like one of the Thursday night concerts or the farmers markets, but now we have this centralized location in town. People congregate there. We have events. We have, we're creating this very walkable, pedestrian, bicycle-friendly community where it's healthy and it's outside, and we're getting cars off the road. So there's a lot of positives to having concentrated development and a downtown-focused growth, right?
Right.
But the back half of that is how much growth is too much, how fast is too fast, and when we're asking those questions, how much, how fast, who should be providing the answers?
Right. Let's come back to that.
Okay. And I think that's a very important topic to get into.
Let's do that next. Mike Wall, running for Town Council of Windsor. We'll be right back.